Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word is room. R-O-O-M.
Really?
You bet your life. The National Broadcasting Company presents Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz show transcribed from Hollywood. And now, here he is, the one, the only...
Well, here I am again with a chance for each of our couples to win up to $10,000. And if any of them say the secret word, they'll win an extra $100.
And Groucho will meet our first couple in just a moment.
Say, that a new record? Yeah, here, I'll play it again for you. Let Mrs. Grass make the soup at your house.
Interesting. What's on the flip side?
Here, I'll put it on.
Yes, let Mrs. Grass make the soup at your house. Mrs. Grass's vegetable noodle soup, for instance. What a soup mix. You get all the hearty richness of sun-ripened garden vegetables in Mrs. Grass's vegetable noodle soup. Mrs. Grass blends them all with sunny tomato flavor, and then she adds her famous buttery tender egg noodles. Mrs. Grass does all the hard kitchen work. You just put some water on to boil, open that yellow box, and in minutes you can serve delicious vegetable noodle soup. You just
Let Mrs. Grass make the soup at your house. What's the name of that record?
It's called Music to Make Soup By.
Well, Groucho, you remember last week we ran out of time when you were talking to our last couple, and they agreed to come back tonight. Well, they're here, and just to bring us up to date, they were both single, although the young man did go on record as saying that he was engaged to be married. And, of course, you remember the young lady, an airline hostess for the German airline Lufthansa. So here they are again, Margot Rode and K.W. Shelby. So, folks, you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome again to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and you win an extra $100. Margot, it's nice to see you again. We'll talk to you in a minute. When we were interrupted last week, your partner here, Mr. Shelby, was in the middle of some kind of a cock and bull story about a water heater, a boiler blowing up or something. Blew him all the way to California, you said. What happened after you blew into town? Anything exciting?
I guess about the most exciting thing that happened was that I won a limerick contest.
Oh, you're an intellectual, is that it? What was your prize-winning limerick? Do you remember, or are you lucky enough to have forgotten it?
Yes, I think I remember.
You remember it? What was it? Could you recite it for us?
Yes.
She's never heard any of the great American poets.
I doubt if she will now.
Why don't we let her decide that?
Well, I think...
You may be crazy. You like poetry? Schiller and Goethe and all the...
Well, let's see what he has to say.
Yes, that's what I
would like that, yeah.
You can keep your nose out of this. I can talk to him without you butting in, you know. What was the lyric? Let's hear it.
Well, it went like this.
You blowhard, you.
On an island with nothing else but a coconut tree and a hut, two men and a dame played the triangle game till alas the swains met with rebut.
That's not bad at all. And you wrote this yourself?
Part of it.
Part of it? You mean this was a collaboration? Give us the last line again. That intrigues me. Huh?
Till alas the swains met with rebut.
Till the last of the swains met with rebut. Now, that's just like Heinrich Heine, isn't it?
Almost, yes.
You like that, huh? Mm-hmm. What does that mean, do you know?
I don't know.
No. The rest of it is pretty bad, but that last line is terrible. How did you allow that to sneak in there, that last line?
That was the only line I wrote.
And that was the winner? You can imagine what the losers must have written. Well, what did you win for writing this epic? A revolver with only one bullet?
No, I won an island in the South Sea.
Who owned the island before you won it?
It was a British possession.
I knew the British Empire was breaking up, but I didn't think they were giving away pieces of it as prizes in a limerick contest. That is really a shrinking empire there. What kind of an island was this? Was it romantic?
Yes, it was romantic. The tropical moon and swaying palms and a nice coral beach and blue clear waters.
Margot, before you marry him for his island paradise, do you have any questions you'd like to ask him about the island?
Well, yes. How big is it?
That's a very good question. Who cares about the tropical moon, the sleepy lagoon? What she wants to know is, does it have any income property on it? Well, Shelby, how big is it?
Well, at low tide it's 35 acres, and at high tide it's 5 acres.
Well, Shelby, my advice to you is, the next time it's low, get out. Margot, let's get back to you, and none too soon. Do you have any boyfriends?
Oh, yes. Well, they are all over the world, actually.
Well, that's a very pleasant arrangement. But tell us about your job, Margot. For example, what kind of food do you serve on the air? Sauerkraut and knackwurst?
Sure. But apart from that, we also serve caviar and lobster and goose liver pate and...
Goose liver pate. And two on an island. Champagne?
3 kinds of red wine and 3 kinds of white wine and 4 kinds of beer. Anything you want.
And you pour this into your passengers while they're up in the air?
Yes.
I have only one question to ask you. How do you ever get them down again? Are you interested in matrimony, Margot?
No.
You wouldn't want to get married at all? Ever?
Well, yes.
What kind of a man would you like to marry, Margot?
Well, I guess, first of all, he's got to be handsome, you know.
Well, I'd hardly say that Shelby was an Adonis, but he certainly isn't a dog. Would you be willing to marry Shelby?
Well, Groucho, I don't think I stand a chance. I think he's engaged, isn't he?
So what? Slipping 3 kinds of white wines, 3 kinds of red wine, and 4 kinds of beer? You take off for Germany without even going to the airport. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't get you two really interested in each other, but apparently Shelby is a loyal lover, and you have other plans besides. But that's life.
I have.
However, you're going to be partners at making some money, and that also can be important. Now, you understand this game? There are 3 kinds of questions, 100, 200, and 300.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these are the hardest, these are medium, these are the easiest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can pick what you want. If you went up to $500, you get a chance at the big question. If you don't, you just keep what you earn.
I might add you could get 4...
You keep out of this, will you?
No, you get 4 questions.
You selected world capitals. You understand anything about it? You ought to be flying around all the time.
Well, a little.
All right, you pick the first one, Margot.
$200 one?
$200. Oh, you're going to be ashamed to take it. What's the capital of West Germany? I could make it tougher by asking her who was buried in Grant's tomb.
Well,
Who's buried in Grant's tomb?
Who?
What's the capital, the western capital of the capital of West Germany?
Well, it's Bonn right now.
That's right. I had a bun on the other night. All right.
You have $200, 300 more, and you'll get a chance at the $10,000 at the end of the show. You have 3 more chances.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Your turn.
Oh, a $300 one.
What's the capital of Liberia?
Monrovia.
Monrovia is right. We have one here in California.
And you now have $500, which means you're eligible, but this is on the house. Go ahead and take 2 more. And this is a $300 question.
That's right.
What's the capital of Burma?
Rangoon.
Rangoon is right.
You now have $800.
Wait a minute. I thought that was a coat, a Rangoon coat. I used to wear one of those right after the market crash. I mean, the first time.
You have another
You
question.
get another chance. How much do they got now?
800.
Oh, boy.
Go all out.
Yeah, you're in now. You're in for the $10,000
Say, you win any
chance.
more money here, you may switch and marry her.
I doubt it.
Don't you like her?
Oh, I think she's very attractive. But like
He
I said
wouldn't even
before, I'm
marry me.
engaged.
You wouldn't even marry me for the money, you see.
What is the capital of Ecuador?
This is 300 again.
Quito.
Quito is right.
And you wind up with $1,100.
Congratulations, kid, and it was
Thank
lovely
you,
having you
Groucho.
up here.
It's been fun.
You're a credit to Liberia, and you too.
In just a moment, our second couple will join Groucho to play You Bet Your Life.
It's a Rambler year. Rambler is here.
The new standard of basic excellence. Rambler for 60 is thinking new. With the best of both for you. Get big car comfort and room plus speed. Small car economy and handling ease.
It's a Rambler year. Rambler is here.
Now, from the world's largest builder of compact cars comes the new Rambler for 1960. With brilliant new styling, outstanding performance, and top economy. See the lowest priced American-built two-door sedan, $1,795 at factory. See new station wagons with 3 wide seats and the tailgate that's a 5th door. Go to your Rambler dealers today and see
the new standard of basic excellence. Rambler for 60, that brand new car that tells the world how smart you are.
Groucho, I'd like you to meet Jack Hansen and Joy Newfield.
What do you mean you'd like me to meet him? I don't have any choice in the matter.
No, you don't, so come out and meet him, folks.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. Now, let's see. Jack Hansen and Joy Newfield, eh? Is that right?
That's right.
We could use more of both of you around here, Joy and Jack. Are you married? You two? Huh?
No.
Are you married, Joy?
Yes, I am.
You
I've
are?
been married for 22 years, Groucho.
No kidding. Huh? You certainly don't look it. You could have said you've been married 10 years, and I wouldn't have known the difference. How old are you, Jack?
26.
Where are you from?
San Francisco, Groucho.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Did you meet your wife in college?
No, I didn't, Groucho. I met her in high school.
You met her in high school?
That's right.
Is that why girls are going to high school now? To snag a husband?
Well, I didn't get married in high school, Groucho.
You mean you didn't get married during the classes?
No, it was much later than that.
Around 5 that afternoon? Well, what happened after that, Jack?
Well, after high school, I suppose you mean, I went to San Francisco State.
What is that, a penitentiary? I never heard of that.
No, as a matter
Is it something like Alcatraz?
Well, sometimes we feel that way, but actually it's a very famous college. In fact, George Fenneman went there.
Who? George Fenneman? Well, then I was right, huh? They'd never take him in a regular college. Joey, what does your husband do?
He's a Connecticut tobacco grower and packer. That's
I
a
thought
fine
tobacco came from the South, isn't that right?
Yes, but it's grown in Connecticut, too. The finest cigar tobacco is grown in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fine-looking cigar you have there. It must have come from Connecticut.
No, this fine cigar I'm smoking came from the window of a Mack truck on the freeway. I don't usually get them this long. Joy, you are indeed a rarity. Apparently you encourage your husband to smoke cigars?
Oh, yes, because real He-Man smokes a cigar.
Yes, they do. This is my only identification with that. Well, you're a nice, bright young couple, and it's been fun talking to you two. Let's see how much you two can win in the quiz. George, suppose you tell them how to play this, huh?
The box is divided into hundreds, $200, and $300 questions. Of course, the $100 ones are fairly simple. The $200 ones are more difficult, and the $300 ones are pretty tough. Now, you get 4 questions. You get to keep all the money you win, and the object of the game is to earn at least $500, because if you do, you can come back at the end of the show and try for $10,000.
Okay, you understand it?
Right.
So,
Now, you selected
hold it
for your
if you
quiz
like.
science and medicine. Joy, suppose you pick the first
I
one.
did.
And this is a $300 question.
That's right.
What is the instrument used to measure the densities or specific gravity of liquids?
I think it's a hydrometer.
Hydrometer?
Hydrometer is right, yes.
And you now have $300. 3 more choices.
You get 3 more chances.
All right.
You string with a winner.
Oh, you're going to stick with 300.
What metal has the highest melting point?
Mercury, I think.
Melting point?
Melting
The
point.
highest melting point.
Yes, the melting point. It's up near Malibu.
That's iron. Iron, I think.
No, it's tungsten. Well,
Well, you don't lose any money. You still have your $300. You have two more chances. This time, $200. This will give you a chance at the big money.
For $200, what is the name of the science that studies heredity?
Genetics.
Genetics is right.
You now have $500. One more question. This is 300 again.
300. It'll give you 8 if you win. And it'll give you ulcers if you lose.
No.
No, I hope not. Well, what is the chemical name for ordinary chalk?
Oh, I know that. It's not graphite.
It's calcium carbonate.
Well,
you won
yes,
$500.
you won $500, which of course earned you a chance to come back and try for $2,000, $5,000, or $10,000 at the end of the show.
But you don't have to.
We'll see if both our couples can bring their winnings up to $10,000 in just a moment.
Make your dollars stretch with Rambler for 1960. The Rambler dollar is a bigger dollar, a big, 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 bigger dollar. Make your dollars stretch, go Rambler for 1960. You get a lot more car for your dollar. The Rambler dollar is a big, big, bigger dollar.
Rambler for 1960 is here at Rambler Dealers. Rambler, the new standard of basic excellence, now with brilliant new styling and big car comfort and room, small car economy and handling. Go to your Rambler dealers. See the stunning new Ramblers from the world's largest builder of compact cars. See the lowest priced American-built car, only $1,795 at factory.
The Rambler dollar is a big, big, bigger dollar.
Well, we have two couples entitled to try for the big money tonight, Groucho. First, here is K.W. Shelby and Margot Rode.
This year, everybody who wins at least 500 in the quiz gets a chance at the wheel. And if you miss the big question, you still get to keep everything you've earned so far. Clear? Now, you take two numbers, anything from 1 to 10. Now, you pick a number.
8.
8, and that'll be for $10,000. Now, you pick a number.
Number 3.
That's for $5,000. If neither number comes up and you answer the question, you get $2,000. One of you turn the wheel. Had to come from Germany yet, huh? All right, here it is for $10,000. The 1959 Pulitzer Prize play was J.B. For $10,000, tell me who wrote it. What's the answer you two have decided upon? Time's up, kids. Time's up. Well, it's Archibald MacLeish, leading American poet, former head of the Library of Congress. So it's too bad you missed the big money, but you won $1,100, and that you can keep. So congratulations, and thanks for being with us.
Groucho here, Jack Hansen, and Joy Newfield, who had a try at the $10,000.
Now you pick a number from 1 to 10.
1.
1. Then that'll be for $10,000. Now you pick a number.
7.
That's for $5,000. If any other number comes up, the question is what is the total for the night. Okay, one of you spin the wheel. picked 1 and 7, and it came up 3, so this question is worth $2,000. The Crusades of the Middle Ages were aimed at the recovery of the Holy Land from Islam. For $2,000, can you tell me the name of the great Sultan who led the forces opposing Richard the Lionhearted and other Crusaders? All right, what's the answer you two?
Saladin.
Saladin is right. Well, you two won $2,000, and they won what before? How much before?
I've forgotten now.
Well, anyway, you won $2,000. Congratulations and thanks
Thank you very
to
much.
both of you, and you bet your life.
It was fun.
You Bet Your Life is transcribed in Hollywood. Produced by John Goodell. Directed by Robert Dwan and Bernie Smith. Music by Jack Meekin. This is George Fenneman reminding you to tune in again next week, same time, same station, to hear the one, the only Groucho. And see Groucho every Thursday evening on NBC television. You Bet Your Life is heard by our armed forces around the world.